darling. How are you, my gorgeous girl? Welcome to Loose Ladies, the gorgeous Vinegar Stroke.
Hello.
Beautiful. Oh, I'm sorry we disturbed you. Were you doing a quick sort of moment, a Ramsay moment?
No, I was just getting some curry sauces out of some jars and just like spooning them out and just being a complete mess essentially. So yeah, but yeah, not at all. There was no kind of colouring skills happening. It was just literally jars of things, water, and do
Bung
that.
it in,
So,
bung
yeah.
it in, bung it in. One
Absolutely.
How are you doing in the lockdown, darling? How are you coping with it all?
Yeah, not bad to be honest. I mean, I thought I don't even know what day it is anymore. Like, I think I've legit lost all track of time, all track of days. It's just one. I think yesterday I literally said to myself, what actual day is it? I had to look on my actual phone, but it's Monday. Great. I literally had no idea what day it was. But yeah, not bad. I've just been kind of keeping very creative. I've been painting a lot.
Keep away from Philip and Holly.
Absolutely, and keep away from like Pornhub and Netflix. I think for the first 2 weeks I was like, yeah, great, gin, Pornhub, Netflix, and then I was like, okay, now I'm really bored of that. What else can I do? So I think that's why you need to write that book you've never written, write that play, learn that song you want to learn, cook that big 5-course meal that you want to learn to cook. Do you know what I mean? It's so many things. I think now is like the perfect time to kind of learn something new, or just kind of discover things about yourself that you probably didn't realize that you were good at. So
your background, I mean, your background was very musical theatre. It was very much in the fact that you were trained. You came as an actor. What was it like? I mean, you were obviously in the West End in drag every single night.
Every night.
It's 8 shows a week, isn't it?
8 shows a week, and then sometimes I would do gigs after the shows. I was always working, even after doing a show. So it was like, oh my god, it doesn't stop. But it was amazing. Like, I did Jamie for 2 years, and he loved it. And the show was great. I loved the story. I one of those shows that I always say, if I never do the West End again, I'm so glad that I got to experience the West End with that show.
I mean, I think the thing is, I think we're very passionate about what we do, and I think that you know, when whatever you choose to do, I always said every costume that we put on, it could be Mickey Mouse or it could be drag. It's a costume, and you must have felt that as well, because I think RuPaul has a lot of followers of young teens, doesn't it?
Well, it's funny because I don't ever remember kind of seeing much of drag apart from, say, on TV with like Dame Edna, Lily Savage. Obviously Panto, I would see kind of a version of drag in Panto, so I got it from that, on that respect. It's so, and as you said, it's so good when like these young teenagers are able to be front row at like a massive gay pride event and see drag queen after drag queen after drag queen come on, and they find 2, 3, 4, 5 drag queens that they can then like and follow their careers and that kind of stuff. So I think it's great that actually in a way it's so accessible for young kids right now, because they've got Drag Race as like a starting point, and then if it's something they're really interested in, they can then go out to all the bars and the shows and go on YouTube and type in drag queens in London or drag queens in Newcastle or Australia, whatever, and they can find people who aren't famous of Drag Race, but they're famous within the community and they're known within the community. And I think it's so great that it's so accessible to them like that. And for me, I found drag 5 years ago, in terms of me actually going, I might try this and see how it goes for a laugh and go from there. And obviously that was at the time of Drag Race kind of just starting out in the UK, in terms of it just kind of just coming over to the UK over that kind of period. And I was a fan of Drag Race then, but what I was most a fan of was just a fan of like cabaret in general, and a fan of that side of the performing arts. For me, because I always knew theatre, but I didn't really know the cabaret scene that well. So once I kind of discovered comedians and cabaret artists, whether it was drag or just kind of weird makeup on a boy or nails or something like that, I was like, this is actually really interesting, and to see how it kind of can manifest into so many different shapes and forms was just really cool to me. It's just really interesting to me. So I think
I loved it.
Do you know what I mean? So I think just kind of exposing myself to that side of the performing arts was really interesting to me, and the fact that it's kind of evolved into what it is now.
Do you think with cabaret as well? I think that because obviously our background is cabaret, we do theatre, but cabaret is mostly what we do, close-up cabaret. It's an instant. It's an instant. Yes, you get it in theatre. You've got the lights, you've got the proscenium. You've almost got. They're quite. In close-up cabaret, they're here.
Yeah, they can see the sweat. They can see the sweat. They can
and
see
the fear. They can see our fear. Sometimes we're like,
and they can smell the gin. And they can smell the gin as well, which is perfect.
Yeah. So how did you get from going, were you in Jamie and then obviously went into RuPaul? How did that come about? What was the process?
So I was in Jamie for a year, and I went, and at that point we had Michelle Visage come in, and she played the teacher in that, which was great. And then when she was in it, they had announced that they were going to be doing the UK Drag Race.
Yeah.
So I was like, so me and Miss Mop, who was the other queen I was working with, we were both like, maybe we could, very kind of coy, like, we both could apply, I suppose, and see what happens, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was purely applying, not even just to get on. I didn't think I would get on. I was like, well, because I knew at the time, like, my drag's okay. The performance side is great, but I hadn't really focused too much on, you know, if I was going to get something like an outfit made. You know, I was going with what I could afford, which was like ASOS Boohoo, and get a little bit of a stone on the go. Chuck a stone on it, and you're sorted. Do you know what I mean? So I was kind of working with what I had at the time. Yeah. So I applied just to be like, I'll just chuck my name in the ring, and then if you know, at least then they can see Vinegar Strokes, and then great, I'll apply again for season 2 or season 3 and get on there. And then like then I would get like a phone call saying, hi, you're in the top 100. Okay, great, thank you. Obviously thinking, great, I'll be out the next one. Now you're in the top 50. Okay, cool, great. You're gonna need to start like organizing work, because you're having your psych evaluation next week, and you might get on. So you might just start thinking about work. So I was like, fuck, okay. Great. So I spoke to my agent, my acting agent. I was like, look, I applied for RuPaul's Drag Race. She was like, oh, I know, that's amazing. And, and I was like, well, they've kind of said that I might get on, so we need to tell the producer. So we emailed Nika Burns, who was the producer of Jamie. Yeah. And we were like, she's obviously going to say no. Like, obviously I'm under a contract with her. I'm working with her. Like, that's what I'm doing. So then she called back literally a minute later saying, if Daniel gets this, he's absolutely going on. She was so supportive from the get-go, and we'll just work it out. So
from the moment that you sent your application to obviously the final being revealed, how long was that process? Because obviously we see it in a matter of weeks, but I'm imagining it's months.
So do you mean from the filming side, or actually from the moment of the application going in?
From the moment that you get your application to being on.
See, I can't remember when I sent off the actual video, because I remember I was filming stuff on Boxing Day. I had this vivid memory of me getting to drag as Sandra for my Snatch game on Boxing Day and doing a whole bit there. So I feel like we found out like kind of the beginning portion of December that it was coming, and then the videos had to be in like early January. Yeah, it had to be early January. So I think I got the video done in about 2 weeks, I think, because obviously I had to like find some outfits to put on there, doing bits and bobs. So yeah, I think it was about two weeks I actually filmed it over, and that was all over Christmas. And on top of that, I was doing like 9 shows a week as well at James. So I was like, I've got no time, so literally every little bit of time I had, I was going, right, I'm gonna film this bit on this day, because I've got 4 hours before I go to work and that kind of stuff. So yeah, it was hardcore. And I got the video, and I didn't hear nothing for a good 4 weeks, and then the phone calls started happening. And then at the start of March, was it start of March? Yeah, start of March. I think I left mid-March to go in. Yeah, it was around at that time. Yeah, so I went in mid-March, and then I was out after 3 episodes. So yeah, so
there were 3 fabulous episodes, my darling. 3 fabulous.
Thank you. I always say, I maintain that episode 3 was the best episode of RuPaul's Drag Race UK. You know, the rise and fall, the Vinegar Strokes, and leaving on a good note as well.
Yeah, you did. And like with regards to like, in that first episode, you had to do the 2 different looks. How long do you get to turn from one look into another?
Like, barely any. Like, say, I feel like it was like an hour, maybe.
An hour to like completely take off.
I feel like it was like an hour, maybe like an hour and a half tops. But like, you know, it's difficult if you're gonna go with go with like, so because for me, I had that purple face thing that I had to just pull out my ass. Because bear in mind, none of this was planned, because that first London outfit was not the outfit I was going to wear. So the actual makeup I had was going to be completely different. So my plan was I was going to pop on that. I had like a blue kind of like a blue and red kind of makeup. So it looked quite natural, but you can see there's like a blue and red moment in there as well. Yeah. And then for the Queen look, I was going to just chuck in some pink, so it all kind of like worked together. Yeah. But I had to go from like literally a half purple face into like a normal brown face. And are there showers there? No. Is there? Was there hot water? I don't think there was even hot water there actually. So, do you know what I mean? So it was a challenge just to even get out of the makeup to get back in. So you know, you've got barely any time, but then that's part of the game, isn't it? Like,
and just that you really enjoyed the experience. I mean, that's the thing, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Have a sense of fun. If you can keep the fun within it, it's just I always said that as soon as it's not fun anymore, fun.
Exactly, and I think that's with anything creative. Like, if you're not enjoying it no more, just chuck it in. Do you know what I mean? But no, I loved it. I mean, obviously, you know, it was very stressful. Like, I was crying the first episode, but on that last lip sync, I had the best time doing that lip sync, because I was just like, I'm not, you know, if this is my episode to go, great, let's make it the best episode that we can. And I think I did.
But how was it in the workroom? Did you all get on? I know it's a real cliche, but did you actually? Was there clicks, or did you just go, you know, we're queens together, let's just enjoy it?
I mean, there were definitely clicks because a lot of people knew each other from before. So obviously, like Bagger and Vivian kind of like, you know, literally linked arms, and they were kind of together from the start. Yeah. And I didn't know. I obviously knew some. So me and her got on really close, really well. So yeah, there were kind of clicks forming, but in terms of like major clicks like Mean Girls, you can't sit here kind of vibes. That wasn't the case. Like we all got on really well. Obviously because I was there for 3 episodes. Like the kind of early portions, it's like Big Brother. It's the first couple of days, everyone's hi, nice to see you. Everyone's really nice and like and loving the kind of bubble and the family vibe. And it just takes that one day where someone is not in the mood, someone's pissed off, someone's angry, someone's upset, and it just changes the whole dynamic. And you've got to bear in mind, we literally go from our hotel into the studio and back and forth, and you're there, you know, early mornings, late nights. So, you know, and I think that also plays a toll on how your energy is as well from like day to day. So that's why when I see like Viv and DDC kicking off, I'm like, yeah, that's right, kick off. because I know that they would have been confined for so many days by that point, and you know, little things would start grating on people. So I'm like, yeah, come on, fight. So
what is next for Vinegar Strokes? What have you got on the horizon?
Oh God! Well, on the horizon is just more lockdown for the moment. Well, I think it's like, am I ever leaving this room? But no, at the moment, I'm just kind of writing. I've just started writing my first like one woman show, my first proper show, which I'm hoping to get out next year. So it's kind of very much like a one woman variety show, lots of singing, lots of stand up, lots of like character stuff and just random stuff. So yeah, that's something I'm really excited about. I've got Panto, this is all again, fingers crossed that it all happens this year. I'm booked in for Panto in Sevenoaks at the Stag, playing the evil Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland, which should be amazing. I should be back on the road in August with some more gigs with Katia and stuff, but that is a fingers crossed moment. And just get back on the stage. I just want to get back on the stage.
Isn't it? It's like that feeling of like we're sort of, as entertainers, we need to entertain. People always go, oh my goodness, do you know what I mean? But we do. This is in our blood. We need to do it.
But I must say, I really commend everyone who does drag, who's really jumped to this kind of online stuff as well. Because I think the online community and the online kind of opportunity we've got has been amazing for us. Do you know what I mean? And that's fucking regardless if you're on Drag Race or not. Like that doesn't matter. I think it's so great for everyone to still get ourselves out there. It's just a different way of just a different platform for us.
When you bring your one woman show to Norwich, make sure you invite us, and we'll be there with bells on.
Coming to Norwich. I've been there twice as well. You know, I know Norwich very well.
Well, next time you're here, drop us a little Insta, and we'll see you there.
We'll do. Yeah, we'll get a little gin on the go.
Cheers.
Mwah. Bye. Bye, girls.
See you later, gorgeous. Bye. Bye.